Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear the Venerable Sangha, dear devotees, today we already completed the 7th day of the intensive practice. Most of the Venerable already have the very comfortable period. First few days, some of the difficulties, but now most of you already experience sitting comfortably, focusing meditation object comfortably, and some of you tranquilities, some of you the brightness, some of you already experience the absorption and deeper concentrations. So this effort we have to maintain. What we had been developing, the effort we have to maintain for next 3 days. Then we can experience further meditation developments. In the Buddha Sasana, we are expecting some things. We all ordained for some reason. Ordained for having some of the Dhamma benefits. So among these Dhamma, we are expecting bodily, mentality, calmness, tranquilities, and also we are expecting concentration and mental brightness, and also we are expecting concentration, deeper one, absorptions, and also understanding vipassana wisdom parts, and also we are expecting the attainment path portion. For this reason, we ordained sasana. Keeping this aim, keeping this goal, we maintain our practice, then definitely we can experience deeper meditation results. So we know many of the Venerables already more effortful, more energetic. Those effort or energy we should maintain continuously. Wish all the Venerables and practitioners have more and more experience of the deeper meditation results, and also ordination happiness. Wish all of you practice up to the attainment path portions Nibbana. So the Buddha time, Lord Buddha's period, many ordained in the sasana because of some reason. Their expectation is attainment path portions. In that period, some they come from the king background and a rich background, educated background, various background. They come because they had been listening Dhamma. When they had been listening the Buddha's teaching, they understood the valuability of practice and attainment path portion. They understood the Dhamma happiness. They renunciate, giving up all the things ordained. One of the time, 500 of the young one also ordained the sasana. They are also more effortful, more energetic. They think the Buddha Sasana, we can have the results with the effortful practice. Buddha Sasana, we can have the results with the determinations practice. Determinations and effortfulness, very important to have the results. Those 500 had been determining every day and had been practicing. Every day listening Dhamma from the Buddha, because on that time they had been residing at Jetavana monastery. Buddha also stayed there. So they know the practicing method. Practicing, effortful, we have to maintain. Continuous practice very important. Determination together practice very important. They know it. So one day, their practicing power become better. They feel some energy. So all they see jasmine flowers. Morning, they're blooming up. Evening time, fading and shedding down. So this flower that very quickly changes, they see. or our life also like that. We that born and aging and dying. So we have to do this practice until attainment path portions they determine. They discuss and determine before this flower fading and shedding down, we should attain Arahant. That means now morning, early morning, the flower blooming up. So before this flower shedding down had to attain Arahant, they determine. Their mentality become better and better, concentration become better and better, deeper concentration. On that time, Buddha see their mentality background, now suitable to attain path portion. Buddha sent Buddha's race and appeared to the venerables. All of them, they see the Buddha. For that time, Buddha explained, yes, venerable, your thinking is correct. The life is changing, impermanent. That's correct. So that our practice we have to determine and keep practice continuously, keep this practice, and we have to remove all the greed, hatred, delusion, as like the flower, jasmine flower, shedding down, removing from the branch. Similarly, we have to remove our defilements. So by focusing it, Buddha preached one Dhammapada, it comes from the Dhammapada Bhikkhu Agga. So Buddha preached Dhamma talk to the Venerable Sangha. The Pali, Vassikā viya pupphāni maddavāni pamuñcati evaṁ rāgañ-ca dosañ-ca vippamuñcetha bhikkhavo. The Buddha explained, the flower is removing from the branch and shedding down. Similarly, raga, greed, dosa, hatred, moha, delusion had to remove from our mentalities. Buddha had been explaining this Dhamma to the Venerable, 500 Venerable. All the Venerables could attain Arahant while listening to this Dhamma talk. Here, Buddha explained how to remove great hatred, delusion. Method also there inside this verse. We all understand how to remove it, these defilements. But removing way sometimes not work. We try to remove, but it not work. Various people, various beings, they try various ways. The Nikantas, Jains, they try to remove their defilements without cloth, without proper eating. They try to remove it. It not works. Still the defilements remain. So that the ordained one also, various ways they try to remove, but it not works. That correct removal, Buddha had been explaining. We are going to explain this part later. But before these explanations, we focus, if we keep the defilements, how is our life? If the defilements remove, how is our life? What is the way of defilement removing? So Buddha teach what is the way. So this focusing we keep so that you understand defilements. Greed. Greed is the main one, main defilements. Tanha, craving, lustful mentalities. This is the main one for the life. So this one also based on the ignorance. Because of this defilement, all other defilements remain. If mentalities have the greed, means all other wrong view, hatred, conceit, all the defilements remain. So that when the defilements remain, how is the life? You can focus your life before ordination. Before come to Dhamma, you can focus your life. How was your life? You had the great mind, great mentalities, lustful mentalities, hatred, delusion, conceit, these mentalities. How is your life? Is it happier? It is not a happy life. Because of these defilements, life is darker. Because of this craving and other defilements, life many wandering, many distractions. So that cannot see the aim, cannot see what we are doing, cannot understand. So we want to do something, we craving it and little bit work very hard and get it or not. Then again, craving for another thing, also working very hard, sometimes get, sometimes not get, then thinking another one. We are following the craving all the time. So life is gradually changing and come to the old age and dying, but still craving remains. The craving, what does together with the ignorance produce next life. Again, next life also same thing, darkness, ignorance. The darkness together continues next life also until end in the life, craving, we follow the craving. Sometimes we follow craving and we have to suffer many things. We want to do something, we work very hard, sometimes get, sometimes not get, but we had been suffering a lot. So this is the nature of the life. Together with the craving, together with the defilements, life is suffering. It's the nature. So now we understand defilements means suffering life. If the craving, hatred, delusion means suffering life, then we see if the defilement don't have, how is the life? So the difference between the defilements, mentalities and non-defilements. Now we understand craving and other defilements remain in the life means suffering life. You can understand how is the life or mind if no defilements, if no craving, no defilements. How is the life? You understand if anyone have the jhana concentration, absorption concentration. Because of the absorption concentration, temporarily no defilements, no greed, no hatred, no delusion, no conceit, no distractions, no worry, no wandering. All the defilements not active because of the concentration. That time you understand mind is more brighter. You understand mind is more tranquil, more mindful, more wiseful. Detail you can understand the life, samsara. Many good conditions come if the jhana level defilement disappear. Now you understand if really come to the attainment path portions level. Attainment level defilements completely disappear. Means arahant level defilement don't have. Means your mindfulness continuously there. Your concentration continuously there, your wisdom continuously there, faith, effort, tranquilities, all continuously there. Life is so comfortable. If defilement don't have for life, life is so comfortable. If we like to come to this level, we have to follow Buddha's teaching. If we don't like, we can remain same practice, same way, simple way, no energetic. You can keep your life with the darkness. You can keep your life with no experience concentration, no experience attainment, because no correct practice, no effortful practice. If anyone keep correct practice, effortful practice, they gradually remove their darkness, gradually they come to their brightness, gradually they come to their understanding, wisdom levels. So their wisdom power is very strong, concentration power is stronger, mindful power is stronger, faith, effort, tranquility, those power is stronger if the defilement not there. This is the difference of the life. We can differentiate with the defilement life without defilement life. So we understand how to come, how to bring our life to the non-defilement level. This is Buddha's teaching. Buddha always teach for these things. We are going to explain briefly this part. So the mentality, we can now differentiate. One is mentality suffering life, dark life. We know that our life is with the greed, hatred, delusion, darkness, ignorance. And if anyone come out from this greed, hatred, delusion, life is brighter. Mentality is brighter, life is mindfully, and life is concentration, life is tranquil, life is wiseful. How to bring How to bring light from this dark place to the bright place. How to bring this light from the dark place to the mindful and concentration and wisdom and tranquil life. How to convert. So these things, the answer they are in the Buddha's teaching. Buddha teach for this one. Buddha teach for this one. Buddha teach beings to come out from the darkness up to the brightness. Buddha teach for this thing. So that we see how is our life, how we correct our life. Yes, very small things we have to correct. Very simple thing we have to understand. If you correct this small thing, very simple thing if you understand, easy correct your life, easy bring your life to the brightness. Our focusing, worldly focusing, our mentality is focusing. One thing is we are focusing in the wrong way. Another thing is we are focusing in a narrow way. These two things we have to correct. We are focusing things narrow way. We are focusing the things wrong place. We are thinking we are right, we are correct, but right thing is another thing. Right things we call Dhamma, focusing through the Dhamma, right things. But we are focusing together with the greed, focusing together with the hatred, focusing together the delusion means the wrong place. We are focusing the narrow way. How to make life, how to make mind wider, broader, how to come to the correct place to focusing. These two things if you understand and practice, definitely you can convert your life. You can bring your life from the dark place to the brighter place. Bring your life from the suffering place to the non-suffering place. Bring your life unwise to the wise place, concentration place. And also bring your life from great to the non-great place. Those things you can develop with the correct understanding. So we are going to explain briefly how to bring our mind to this correct place. So the Buddha's teaching. We know Buddha teaching for the mentality is to convert darkness to the brightness, ignorant to the wisdom. Buddha teach for these things. Buddha teach Dhamma to the worldly beings who have the mental darkness. Following Buddha's teaching, they come to the mental brightness. So following Buddha's teaching, they come to the attainment. So we also have to correct our mentalities. If you see great or lustful object, you can see we are narrow, focusing it. For example, we think lustful object, young one, beautiful one, we are focusing on that part. That's correct. Because we are in the wrong place, we are focusing and also narrow focusing. We have to make our mentalities wider. How make it wider? You can see this person, this beautiful one, lustful object. You can see how we start the life, how born to the world, how grow up to the now, how in future, after 10, 15 years, so after 30, 40 years, how is the life? After die, how is the life? So that you can see the life nature from birth until death. Means your life is narrow, part disappear, life is wider. Your mind is wide enough. So this is the way make mind wider. You can see everything, that flower. In this Buddha's explaining this Dhamma talk, jasmine flower. Morning, blooming, and until disappearing flower. We see that they changes. Same thing in the world. Our life, you can focus this kind of life from birth until death. We have many lives. Many billion of the lives we had earlier. One life, birth, aging and dying. Another life, birth, aging and dying. So this way we had been following many lives up to today. This present life also same, aging and dying. Future also same, until we attain, continue this thing. You can see Buddha time. Buddha and many Arahant today don't have, because all they pass away. That time many, they die. So same way our life also nature, arising, passing away. So birth, aging, sickness, dying. We have to understand this nature so that full life we can focus from birth until death. This is called mentally divided, mentally broader. If anyone train and come to this level, very easy you to remove the raga, craved object. You can see this greedy object, craving object, lustful object from birth until death. You can see your craving disappear for this life, because now your mind is broader. Normally our thinking, I know that, I can thinking, I correct. This is wrong thinking. So we have to correct it, we have to focus through the Dhamma. How Buddha follow this thing, how Buddha done it, what is the Buddha's advice, how is the Arahant doing it. Through Dhamma we focus, our understanding is better. So we have to change our attitude, we have to change our mental thinking way. Thinking way, wrong thinking, we have to correct, and we bring correct thinking with the Dhamma thinking and mentally divided. These two things if you can do, it's very easy you to come to the correct place of the mentally brighter, mentally mindfully, mentally concentrated, mentally wiseful, all the good conditions there. Only this way you can come, you can bring your mentalities. Buddha's teaching very clear. If anyone train their mentalities making wider, they can come up to this level. To make mentality wider, it is very big support of the concentration. That's why most of the teachers, they encouraging, have the concentration, then train vipassana. So we have to train by Buddha's teaching, then we can come up to this level. So life is very comfortable. So the life, we know how to make the life widen or broader, mentally broader. Now you understand that anything in the world we see from the beginning until ending is the best way Buddha teach. You know, our life from beginning until ending, we focus gradually, very easy. This flower from beginning until ending, focus very easy. Understanding and very easy develop this mind broadness. And also this sun, moon, earth, everything same nature. This sun also one day started, now continue, one day disappear. This moon also same. It started, now continue, one day disappear. Everything in the world, the nature is this nature. So we train it. When you are training, your understanding go deeper and deeper. If you are not correct training, you cannot make your mentality wider. So arising, passing away, training, very important. And another one is see the things through the Dhamma, not through me. Through Dhamma, you see the things also very important. This training, if you are training, one day you can come to the mentality very deep. No greed, no lustful, no hatred. All the defilement you don't have, you feel very comfortable life. These are things we are expecting. This is the life we are expecting. This is the goal we are expecting. These are things Buddha teaching. So we determine and practice. We know many of you already have the experience. But further you have to train this mental broadness. So when somebody is telling something, you very easily think, oh, this thing is correct thing. But you have to focus various angles, karma, together there you can focus mentality, materiality, you can focus with the loving kindness, how to protect yourself, how to help this telling person, how to help this wrong person. So this kind of positive focusing, we have to train. Then mentality become better and better and comfortable and comfortable. So these are the things we have to train our life. So that nowadays, you know that we are facing the coronavirus. Also based on our karma and various conditions. Some days says no karma. Actually, karma also connected. Virus not karma, that's true. Virus come nature, but why virus come today? If my life don't have the today, if my life finish, next life period come, not effective me. Why life come today, this period? We all have this karma. We all have this suffering karma. That's why we all get it, this virus. So when we are doing the treatment, we have to do the treatment for these few things. One is karma treatment you have to do. That karma treatment you have to do with your wholesome training. Train more and more wholesome objects. And also that virus nature, natural things you have to do with the herbal or any of the medical treatment. We need both. Mentality background you have to keep good, positive. And also karma background you have to train more wholesome objects. Karma power reducing, bad karma. And also medicine power you have to take for these sicknesses. These few things. Then gradually you can overcome this virus. Sometimes various people, focusing this virus. Scientists and educated one, there are more lot of investigations and they find out some of the medicines and support to overcome it. We have to accept. But some they say, some may criticize, no, this one not correct, I don't like it. You have to focus what type of person he is. If he is scientist, we have to accept. If he is not scientist, just telling person, we have to ignore it. If the teacher is telling, please do this thing, others telling, don't do it, you follow others, not teachers. It's wrong focusing. You have to understand, telling people, wiseful one or useful one. So World WHO, World Health Organizations, and doctors, scientists, they are always focused beings, human beings' health. They are focusing, they try to support her health. So that if they are harmful, they never introduce it. Definitely side effect. Not only this medicine, all medicines have the side effect. You have seen some they drink the water and have the side effect. Some they eat the food and have the side effect. Some they have the medicine have the side effect. Everything in the world, it is nature. But they minimize the damage. This is nature, you have to understand. So this way, that we focus correct way, or these scientists, these things, they are good one, they are understanding one. If they are telling things, we have to accept. So that this way, we understand wiseful way, different way, broad way. It's good for our mentalities. If not, we think, oh, I don't want, I don't like it. This wrong way, we are drawing judgment, wrong focusing. So that mentality more relief if you take the correct treatment, more relief, more relaxed. So this way, wiseful way, we understand worldly natures, mentally broader, mentally wider, because of your focusing broader, focusing wider. We need to train arising, passing away. We need to train anicca. Word anicca is one thing, real anicca is one thing. Real anicca is you have to see from birth and until death, then it's anicca. The just word anicca also useful but very less effective. So this training can easily make your mentality wider, very easily make mentality broader, so that we wish all of you to follow this Buddha's teaching and make mentality wider. Till my mentality wider, we determine to have the concentration. First we need deeper concentration, then more vipassana practice, arising, passing away. Then later we can attain path progressions. So we wish all of you to continue this practice and experience mentality more broader, more wider, and experience deeper concentration, experience deeper vipassana. Wish all of you to attain all the path, progressions, and nibbana. Theruvan saranai. Sharing merits. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idang o ñāte nang o tu sukhita ontu ñātayo. Idang o ñāte nang o tu sukhita ontu ñātayo. Idang o ñāti nang o to sukita ontu ñātayo Ettavata ca amme sampatam punya sampadam Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe buddha anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe sattha anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Akasattha ca bhummatta deva naga mahiddhika Puñyantam anumoditva cirang rakkantu sambuddha sasanam Cirang rakkantu sambuddha desanam Cirang rakkantu sambuddha savakam Cirang rakkantu mamparantim Asming vihare ca rame adivatta ca devata Anumoditva imam punyang rakkantu jina sasanam Sabbe sattā ca maccatā ita ca aita ca me Anumoditva imam punyam vajjantu amatam padam Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo Satan samagamo tu yava nibbāna pattiyam Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo Satan samagamo tu yava nibbāna pattiyā Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo Satan samagamo tu yava nibbāna pattiyā Imaya dhammānu dhamma patipattiyā buddham pujime Imaya dhammānu dhamma patipattiyā dhammam pujime Imaya dhammānu dhamma patipattiyā sangham pujime Atta imaya patipattiyā jati jara maranam ma parimuñcitami Kāyena vācā cittena pamādena maya katam Acchayam kamame bante bhuripañña tathāgata Kāyena vācā cittena pamādena maya katam Acchayam kamame dhamma sandittika kālika Kāyena vācā cittena pamādena maya katam Acchayam kamame sangha puññakkheta anuttara Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu